Should Kansas voters directly elect their Supreme Court justices? Kansas Attorney General Kris Kobach and ACLU head Micah Kubik face off in our studio.
The Kansas Supreme Court is among the most overturned state Supreme Courts in the country when its cases go to the U.S. Supreme Court. 7 out of 8 times they get flipped, 87.5% failure rate when it goes to the U.S. Supreme Court.
All right, so what Kris Kobach said is accurate if you only count the cases that were accepted by the Supreme Court for review. There are 2 possibilities when you appeal to the Supreme Court. One is they accept it for review. The other is they say, well, looks okay to us. We don't see any problem here, so we're going to let it go. And Kobach was only talking about the ones that were actually accepted by the Supreme Court. But the real number is that there were 73 cases appealed to the Supreme Court, and the court allowed 65 of those rulings to stand. And of the other 8, as Kobach noted, they ruled in favor of the Kansas Supreme Court once. So they're only taking the cases where they think there actually is a problem. So any normal person would say that during this time period, the Kansas Supreme Court had 73 cases appealed to the Supreme Court, and 66 of the 73 court rulings were sustained. That's a 90% win rate. So now, you get to decide. Were Kris Kobach's statements accurate, misleading, an outright lie? If you select B or C, then the question is, would you trust anything this guy says? All right, now, you get to go vote. Should we keep our current system with its 90% win rate, or should we change the system and vote directly for the Supreme Court justices? I mean, it's up to you, but now at least you know.